Hi friends. Today let us know some incredible recent discoveries in Antarctica. A lot of scientific research takes place in this continent. Antarctica is the southernmost continent in the world and a hot spot for scientific research. Some people enjoy planning cruises to Antarctica. Those trips are something of a drive-by. The continent is actually inhabited by many scientists and researchers. Around 400 scientists spend the winter on this icy continent each year. When these marine biologists, geologists, oceanographers, and geophysicists all work together, amazing discoveries take place. These scientists and researchers collect data, gather video footage, use radar technology, and embark on expeditions on and around Antarctica. Some interesting recent scientific discoveries relate to the ozone layer, earthquakes, shipwrecks, and million-year-old DNA. While this discovery is still underway, it is a story regarding Antarctica worth knowing about. An international expedition of scientists is set to travel to Antarctica in December 2022 to capture video footage of the colossal squid. This type of squid is the largest invertebrate in the world. This expedition could reveal important information about the behaviors and habits of colossal squids, as well as information on animal life in Antarctica. This species was first discovered in 1925, so the goal of the scientists is to capture footage of this majestic creature before the 100-year anniversary of its discovery. This next discovery relates to the ozone layer, or the layer found in Earth's stratosphere that essentially protects the Earth from the sun's harmful UV rays. In the fall of 2022, scientists discovered that the hole in the ozone located above Antarctica is the largest it has ever been, with the hole measuring larger than the size of the entire United States. With global warming and a depleting ozone layer, many people worry about Antarctica's future. It makes you wonder what Antarctica would look like if all the ice melted. While scientists are worried about climate change, NASA scientist Paul Newman says that in general, this hole in the ozone should hopefully grow smaller over time. The glaciers in Antarctica are subject to ice draining and movement. University of Cambridge researchers and ENVEO discovered in the fall of 2022 that these ice movements and draining are linked to changes in seasons. For example, it was revealed that during the Arctic summer, ice shelf movement and ice flow sped up by 15%. The scientific team used images from satellites to analyze ice flow and draw conclusions about the relation between the change in seasons and the change in ice movement. When people think of earthquakes, they likely picture the Ring of Fire, an area in the Pacific Ocean prone to tectonic plate friction. A series of earthquakes was recently discovered all the way in Antarctica, the southernmost continent. Scientists discovered earthquake swarms occurred along the Shetland Plate and Antarctic Plate. The swarms lasted from August 2020 all the way through February 2021. Within that time, around 85,000 earthquakes occurred. Scientists believe this series of earthquake storms was potentially caused by the eruption of a dormant volcano. In early 2021, scientists uncovered the largest known fish breeding colony by the Filchner ice shelf in the Antarctic Weddell Sea, containing 60 million nests. The team of scientists used a towed camera system to gather footage of the ice fish, which were located over 400 meters below sea level. The images provided by the camera system allowed the scientists to determine that the nests were created by Neopagetopsis yona, a species of ice fish. These nests typically contain between 1,500 to 2,500 eggs each. There are so many unique facts about Antarctica and the continent's history, from its flora and fauna to the midnight sun. One interesting part of Antarctica's history is the sinking of the steam yacht. The ship belonged to explorer Ernest Shackleton, who survived the shipwreck and later passed in 1922. The ship was finally discovered in March 2022 by a South African polar research team. Researchers are overjoyed not only with the discovery, but the excellent condition endurance is in. Geologists were drilling through ice in Antarctica and hit a boulder. This drilling process was recorded on camera, and when Griffith watched the video he discovered sponge animals on the rock. Griffith believes these sponges to be stocked sponges. There are other animals living on the rock that have not yet been identified, but scientists do know there are sponges present. In fall of 2022, scientists discovered million-year-old DNA in Antarctica. A University of Tasmania and University of Bonn study discovered this DNA in the Scotia Sea, located just north of the continent of Antarctica. The ancient sediment that was discovered is now the oldest marine DNA found from seafloor sediments. This DNA will be analyzed and studied by scientists, as it will tell us a lot about the polar marine ecosystem, as well as how climate change may affect Antarctica. Speaking of million-year-old DNA, a recent lake was found in Antarctica that scientists believe could possess sediment from over 34 million years ago. In the spring of 2022, a Chinese aircraft spotted this hidden lake behind a canyon and below an ice sheet. The lake has since been named Lake Snow Eagle. Lake Snow Eagle was discovered using radar technology to look beneath the ice sheet. Finding this lake is extremely impressive, as scientists have been flying and using radar over the area for 3 years prior to the discovery. In June 2022, an underwater ecosystem was discovered in a river beneath the Larsen Ice Shelf in Antarctica. This discovery was made by New Zealand scientists when they drilled through the shelf and filmed the icy water below. The video footage revealed shrimp-like creatures swimming about in their underwater habitat. Scientists noticed a groove in the ice shelf, noting that this unique shape meant there was a river running beneath the ice. Upon investigation, the creatures were found about 1,640 feet below the surface of the ice. Sitting down at the southern tip of the globe and isolated from the rest of the world, the Antarctic has remained somewhat of an undiscovered enigma. While no single country actually has ownership claims to the continent, that's right, it is a continent. After all, a number of different nations do still have research bases stationed down in the icy expanses. Year after year, we discover more and more about this fascinating, sometimes unsettling piece of land, from gold-spurting volcanoes to underwater rivers and even a blood-red waterfall. So grab your mittens and keep warm because we're about to dive into the curious world of Antarctica. For more about Antarctica I will make another video. Today I am winding up. Thank you for watching.